Hey guys, what's up? So I just want to do a quick video because something happened today and I was like, fuck. And then I was like, well, it's good because it can help other people. Okay. And I don't, if I do a video, it's usually because it's something that happened in my life. I don't just do videos for no reason. So this is about belonging. Okay. And I'm not going to go into everything because I'm not. And this is even weird to say, but I'm gonna. My ready? My astral traveler that messages me uh quite frequently recently to update me on certain things so I can come into my power more and what it is I need to do and just so I was told, you're really stepping into your power. You're really things are happening that are showing in your other realms and everything, like, how you're doing. And I'm not going into my other timeline, Bethany's. I'm not doing that. But when I do certain things, they grow. And on the astral plane, it's different. And your other timeline, Bethany's or whoever, or like Thomas, like John, like April, like I don't fucking know. I'm just saying. Like your other timelines can help you. Like if you have a goddess in your own realm, okay, and they have to do something specific in order to hold down whatever it is in their realm that they have to hold down, okay. So in 3D form or in another timeline, a Bethany has to do certain things to empower her so she can help me into getting into my goddess energy of power. So she's like, you're like really happy, you're really in like self-sufficient, independent, don't need anybody. Like she's like, but you have one thing, or she was like, you have this negativity solar system ball thing. And I'm like, there's one fucking thing in my life, one fucking thing that won't go away. It's like it won't go away. So I'm telling her this, and she's like, that's the only thing you need to get rid of. That's the only thing that you need to deal with. That obstacle is what is holding you back from everything. And I'm like, I know, because everything else is going good except for that. And it's not even a situation because I'm not even dealing with the person. It's the letting go of thinking it will ever be, it will ever come into fruition. It will a letting go of emotions, negative emotions, doubt, worry, indecision, like all that shit. Like that's not fun to deal with. Confusion. I don't know if I fucking said that, but confusion is the worst for me. Um, so those are the things that are holding me back in the situation that is what needs to be let go in order for me to stand in my full power in goddess energy. Okay. There's so much more to it, but whatever. I don't even want to be talking about this because it's not the point, but this is how I came to the conclusion. And it was able to let me finally let go and understand. You have to ask these questions of if you have a person in your life and they're toxic and it's unhealthy, you have to understand and ask yourself, why did I hold on for so long, or why am I holding on? You know, what is this like what is the unhealthiness or whatever that is related to other cycles, reoccurring incidents, inner child work. And I thought to myself, I really, really thought to myself, I was like, the only thing I can think of is because, okay, if you actually watch this, if you know my Facebook or whatever, you can see that I'm getting more into my sexuality that has been gone for a very long time, and it's coming back. And when it comes back like this, it comes back full force. So it's a little overwhelming. But I held down and brushed away my sexuality, my sexual energy, okay? Because I was being faithful to a person that was not even in my life. And it's a really fucked up situation, and it sounds like really maybe pathetic or like not understanding, but there's so much more behind it. It's been happening for 2 years. Another reason why I'm doing this is because the day that my life changed and I like met this person and it actually like whatever, I was listening to the Wobble song. Or Wobble Wobble, like whatever, that song. And it came on and I was like, fuck, that's when it all happened. That's what I was listening to. And then I went to Sunoco, and then I put my car away, and then I was putting all my shit in my different car, and I was putting this from that, and he was over there, and I was like, this is just what happened. Like, this is, like, something happened before that. He was helping me with other things, but, like, that's when, like, it was so weird. And I was so nervous to go that day, too, like, because I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyways. I was like, you're the song that created my 2 years and whatever months and days. Like, I mean, yeah, like hell, pretty much. But I grew so much from it because he triggered me so fucking much, even without doing nothing, right? Because he would be doing nothing and I would get mad or I would think about this and then I would be like, oh shit, I have to heal that. Fuck, that sucks. Like, I was getting so triggered, but I was realizing what it was that I needed to heal. So he helped me more than anybody in the fucking world to become who I am today. So I love him for that. But I was thinking back in the day before him, when me and John broke up, it was in 2019. And then I started hanging out with my tattoo artist. And we weren't dating. It was nothing like that. We just hung out and had fun and like played games and shot Nerf guns at, we made like this like cardboard thing and we were using Nerf guns to like go in the holes and we had a lot of fun. But I recently reconnected with him because I got this weird thing in the mail when I ordered something for Christmas, and I got a statue of a dog with wings and it has a little butterfly on its nose. And so I was like, oh, puppy, like, but it was so random. But what I ordered didn't come with it, so I had to reorder it to get it. And another one came with it. And I wanted to give it to him because he came with me to put my dog down. And I only knew him for like 3 months. He came with me because I knew him. I met him and started hanging out with him in May. I knew him as my tattoo artist, but I started hanging out with him in May 2019. And then, I put my dog down in September. So he came with me. He did everything. And then I buried my dog in his yard with all his animals that had passed away. Recently, he had a really hard situation. I wasn't in his life at this time. I haven't been in his life for like 2 years, pretty much. But I know that he would do anything for me if I ever needed it, and it never ended on bad terms. So it just ended because I told him I couldn't talk to him anymore because of the other person, and then kind of just had a falling out. I talked to him like once, like hung out with him and his girlfriend, and that's a whole nother story. But anyways, so I got another one, and I thought of him because of what he went through. He did that for Puppy, and I haven't talked to him, and I reached out to him, and I talked to his mom, and I was like, I have something for Owen, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm probably going to give it to him this weekend. But I remember, like, he brought me back to life. Like, I was dead. Like, I was just, like, whatever. And he showed me how to have fun again. Like, have fun again. Like, laugh. Like, watch shit. Like, whatever. He showed me how to have fun again. He brought my child, like, back, right? So then I was like, okay, I met this guy and I lost that for a long time. And I lost my sexuality because, ready? I have a sex addiction problem. Okay. I always related it to love. I've been sexually abused and I've been promiscuous in ways of, I don't know how to explain it. But in unhealthy ways, let's just say that. Um anyways, but what I'm trying to say is that the sex thing, it died down with me because I was only doing it with him for 2 years and he was hardly even around. And I just lost that energy and I became like celibate pretty much. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't do shit with nobody else, but it was very, very minimum. And it was just kind of like, hey, fuck it, let's just do whatever. And it literally was like nothing. But the point is that he used to say to me that I belonged to him. I was his. He's very possessive over me. And even not talking, not hanging out, not having sex, nothing. He's very possessive over me. Like, I told him I was never going to talk to him again and whatever, and he's like, no, you're mine. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, oh, you belong to me. No, I do not. So, when I was talking to him or talking, whatever you want to say, he used to say, you belong to me. And he would say, your pussy belongs to me. Like, that's mine. And I'd be like, yeah, well, your fucking dick is mine too, and that belongs to me. So maybe that's why we can't disconnect. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Well, kind of, because this is where I'm trying to get at. So I didn't do anything, and I was not even sexual at all. I mean, I dressed sexual, but it wasn't to be sexual. It's just how I dress. So I wasn't trying to get attention. I wasn't trying to find somebody to be with, date, nothing. But it's good because I really needed to focus on myself, so it helped. But now that I've disconnected from him, I can see it coming out again. And it's coming out very fast. Very fast. But this is a thing. It's fucked up. I liked belonging to him because I'm so used to chaos. I'm so used to trauma. I'm so used to toxicity, especially relationships. And I wanted him to hang out, not even be with me. Like, at one point I did, but like then it just turned into like, well, I mean, I love you, but I don't have to be with you. But we can at least hang out and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's at like that point, but now it's kind of like at, I'm good. Like, whatever. And you can think that I belong to you, but I don't. And I'm gonna go off and do whatever the fuck I want. You can't do anything about it. Like, you know what I mean? But the point is that I liked his dark side. That's what attracted me to him. I liked the you belong to me, like the so possessive thing. And like we would get in a fight or whatever, and I'd be like, do I still belong to you? And he'd be like, of course, like, yeah. Like, yeah. But I would never see him. Like, it was so fucked up. And he knows it. Like, he knows that he had that hold on me, so he could go off and do whatever the fuck he wants, but he doesn't anymore. He hasn't for a long time. Long time. It depleted more and more and more. But I realized, like, abandonment issues. I am addicted to being abandoned because I'm used to it. That's comfortable to me. And this whole time, I had intimacy issues, but I really didn't. But I guess I had commitment issues because when you go after unavailable people, that usually means that you don't want to have a commitment. So it's like you just have something to do. Like, I don't fucking know. But that's like a thing. Like, if you have commitment issues, you go after people that you're never going to have a commitment with. Like, they're unavailable emotionally and physically and everything. So it was like, hey, like, whatever. But it pissed me off. But I healed so much from it. I loved the possessiveness. Loved it. Like, and girls like that. Like, they feel like, this person like loves me so much because they want me to belong to them. Like, it's a weird fucked up thing, but girls are like that. I really liked, I still do. I like his dark side. And that's what attracts me to him. But I don't even have him in my life. So it's like, okay, I still like your dark side, but I don't see it. So what's the point? But because I always said, he said to me, you belong to me, my subconscious heard it so much and I believed it that I could not leave him because I belonged to him. Isn't that fucked up? I wanted to leave. I didn't want to be with him. I wanted nothing to do with him, but I could not disconnect. It was so fucked up. Could not block my energy from him and just be like, ugh. You know what I mean? So I have completely, because I realized that I thought I belonged to him. But the thing is that we all want to belong somewhere. We all want a belonging. We all want to fit in somewhere and belong. You know what I mean? Like, that's the word, belong. So I keep saying it, sounds weird now. But like, you want to belong to a community. You want to belong in an environment. You know what I mean? Like, you want a home, a belonging. So, like a church or a group of something, whatever, like, whatever. But as an abandonment issue, when somebody says you belong to me, it feels good because you have a belonging, you have somewhere to be. And if it's a person, especially a sexual person that whatever, it's even, your pussy belongs to me. Okay, then I'm not gonna fuck anybody else. So now, since I've disconnected, and the more and more and more, my sexuality is coming out more and more and more. But I'm not trying to fuck anybody. I'm just saying, like, it just comes out more. But that's so fucked up. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, my subconscious literally thought that I belonged to him. And I did it for 2 years. 2 fucking years of depression and insecurity, like, but it taught me my worth. And I'm so happy for that. And I love him. I really do. I don't think I'm in love with him anymore, but I still unconditionally love him for who he is, just like I would for any other person. But the belonging is what I'm trying to explain. So if you're in a toxic relationship and you feel like you belong there, like that's your belonging, try to think of why. Why? What is it that you wanted to belong to when you were a kid? Maybe you didn't feel at home in your home. Maybe you didn't feel accepted by the people that you did belong to, which would be your parents, your caregivers, you know what I mean? But I realized that the only thing, or the only person, the only whatever that I belong to is my creator. We call it God, universe, source, higher self, like whatever. Whoever created me is who I belong to. And it's funny because I could be like, he created me into the person I am now, so I belong to him. But I don't. So I just want to make this video because it's a fucked up thing, of feeling a belonging, attachment, trauma bond to a person that you're not even with. You're not even hanging out with them. You don't even talk to them. You don't have any connection with them whatsoever. And because your subconscious mind has believed so much that, and you've heard him say, you belong to me, and you want that possessiveness, like, because you think it's like they love you. No, it's just because they're crazy. Like, he's crazy. I've never seen legit the crazy side of him, but I have, but not in a pit. No, I have, but not in a crazy, wicked, crazy, possessive obsession kind of thing. I know it's there, but I let go. And it feels so much better. But it's because I realized why I couldn't let go, what was holding me back to let go. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, ask yourself why you're in a toxic relationship. Why. I also had to realize that it was toxic and unhealthy for me. But I never did ever before in any relationship. I didn't think it was toxic. I was just like, this is how I live. Like, this is whatever. So I just wanted to make this video real quick. I have to go to my friend's house, so I'm gonna go. Love you guys. Hope everything's well and you had a Merry Christmas. It's so fucked up. I belong to you. Your pussy is mine. Okay, let's do this for 2 years and not talk whatsoever. I belong to you. I won't fuck anybody else. So now my subconscious mind is like, no, bitch. I belong to myself. Nobody tells me what to do. I'm nobody's. In a belonging way. Not in like I'm nobody's love or anything. I know a lot of people love me. But when you try to find love in a place where you're not going to find it, that's when you're blocking other areas in your life. So I'm going to be mad abundant. Like, I'm so excited. I love my astral traveler. And I have to do all the fucking shit for my goddess. And I hate doing it. I fucking hate doing it. But I hate doing it. But it's because I created that solar system fucking negativity ball of shit. But it's my only, like, planet, solar system, fucking whatever, that needs to go away. And then she's good. She's already good. She's good. I love her. The Omega Realm Bethany. The goddess Bethany. She's got this. And when I connect to her energy, it feels so good. So good. And like, my astral travel, like, will literally be like, she knows what shoes I'm wearing, because like, I'm not gonna tell you, but she knows. She'll be like, oh, I see you in these a lot, blah blah blah. And I'm like, take a picture, and I'm like, she's like, yeah, those, da da da. I'm like, fuck. Like, she describes things like so intimately. And it's like, I remember when I first met her, she randomly messaged me and she's like, hey, like, I know you're Omega Realm goddess. I saw her. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like telling me all this stuff. And it was what was going on in my life at that time. Only in a realm thing. It wasn't, but it was still the same. And then I would start seeing it everywhere. That was crazy. That was when my stomach started. Okay. I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys got something out of this. And yeah, I don't know. It's not like exciting and all like, but it's like fucked up. And I want people to see how they might be doing something similar and staying in a cycle of feeling like you belong to somebody else, or feeling like you can't get out of the toxic situation because blah, 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 blah. Think about it, because it will help you tremendously. I feel so much better. You have no idea. I was always like, why the fuck can't I get this to go away? Why can't I get this energy to just go away? Like, I hate this energy because it felt like shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy everywhere else, and I was having fun. I was going to see my friends, and I was like, yay. But when it came to that, it was like, what the fuck? Like, just go away. Like, I don't want this anymore. Like, I don't want this feeling. Like, there's no reason. Like, I just want to, So, very liberating, very freeing craziness. But okay. I love you guys.